Okay, I think I am live. Let me check YouTube really quick. I think I am live. Let me check. Okay, we're live. Got my coconut water here. Guys, this is very random. We are going to go ahead and just rip this. I'm skipping or postponing going to the gym right now because I had just a little spark of sort of inspiration and something I want to get off my chest and let you guys know and talk to you guys about. So today we're going to be talking about how to actually make money online in just the real world. Doesn't matter, from a fundamental level as well as like a tactical level, because there's so many people that make these videos and I've watched them. Trust me, I've seen like a million YouTube videos about this. It's like, hey, do this, drop ship, do Amazon FBA, do this thing, do that thing, do whatever. And it fundamentally is wrong because it's like me trying to teach you a basketball play. Like, hey, the guard's gonna run here, we're gonna pick this guy, we're gonna pass the ball over here, but you don't even know how to dribble. And people go so high level that they get stuck in the weeds and then they don't know what to do. And then they're paralyzed by inaction and they can't get anywhere. And I'll be honest with you guys, being poor sucks really bad. I was poor. It sucks. You can't help your family. You can't do anything, right? Like that is what we don't want to do. We want to be the opposite of that. But in order to do that, you have to do things the right way. So feel free to comment as well. Let me make sure all is live on here. Okay, that's live. And this is live too, I think. Cool. Okay. So first things first, guys, you need skills. Yeah, people trying to shoot threes and they can't make a layup. Exactly. Exactly. You need skills. And the best skills, in my opinion, number one is sales. Number two is, and let's not even talk about that. Let's talk about just the basics. You need to know how to build relationships with people, and you need to know how to communicate with people. Too many times I get people asking me for help or DMing me or anything, and they don't know the basis of communication with another human being or how to be nice. Like these seem like such basic things, but I'm telling you guys, literally being a good relationship builder will make you millions of dollars in your life. Just that one thing. Okay. Obviously you need the know-how. You need the value to give to people, but that one thing will make you millions of dollars. So first things first is understanding fundamentals, but skills. Sales. Like I'm going to show you guys right now. Like we're not even going to like jerk around on this stream. I'm going to show you something. So if I go to YouTube here, or actually let me share my screen with you guys. Share screen. Okay, you guys can see my screen, right? 19 people, 25 people. What's up, guys? Just give me like a thumbs up. You can see my screen. I just want to make sure before I go talk about this. Yes, no, maybe. I think there's a slight lag on me asking questions and you guys seeing this. Can you see my... Okay, cool. I just saw your guys' comments. Okay, so let's go to something like YouTube. And we're going to scroll here. And we're going to scroll and just look around. These are my YouTube recommendations. I watch a bunch of random shit, okay? So literally just scrolling on this page. Hamza, big influencer. What else do we have here? We've got Tate. We've got Best Live Cameras. We've got whatever that is. Like there's all these different videos. But I'm trying to find a particular example for you guys without having to manufacture it myself. So someone like E-Man, right? We'll use E-Man as an example just because he's the first one that popped up. Someone like this does not make content on YouTube for fun. I don't make content on YouTube for fun. I honestly want to help you guys, but I have an education company. I have a great offer that the more videos I make, the more eyeballs we get, the more sales we get, the more people I can help, and that cycle continues, right? So what you need to understand from a fundamental level about how to make money online is value exchange. And what I mean by that, whether you're selling a product or you're running an Amazon FBA business or literally anything, you're washing cars, you're selling naked pictures on OnlyFans. It doesn't matter what it is. There is a value exchange there, and you need to understand that. And it sounds high level, and basic, but it's very true. You need to understand business's value. Money follows value. Okay. So, for example, Eman, he sells a course on how to build an agency. So the value that he's providing to the marketplace is skills. I'm going to give you skills. I'm going to give you knowledge, and I'm going to give you ease of access and an easier path to achieve X result. Okay. I do the same thing with sales. But let's say we're going to use this as a sales example, or even a car wash. What's the value you create for people as a car washer? You clean someone's car. Why would they want their car cleaned? Because their appearance then looks better. Maybe they're going on a date, right? It keeps their car from rusting. Like, these little minute things sound very high level and kind of ridiculous, but I'm telling you guys, this is literally all you need to understand at the fundamental level of making money. So someone like this, if I want to provide value to the world, but I have no innate value myself, like, dude, when I was 18 years old, I have no value to give anybody other than time. I have zero skills. I had zero money. I literally was like, if you had a hierarchy of value, I'm on the fucking bottom. Okay. So how do you fix that? How do you get out of that? And what can I provide value to someone? What value can I provide? And who is that person? So for me, I tried to build an agency. I learned from Eman. I learned from a few other people, tried to build an agency. It worked a little bit. I got burnt out, whatever. Right. So then my value of providing marketing services for other people was gone. That was the initial thing I tried. I didn't want to do it. So now what do? I got to provide value. So the value that I found for myself, and you guys don't have to do this, it can be something else, but the value that I found for myself was, okay, let me sell other people's offers to make them more money. Because one of my favorite value exchanges in the world is I make you like $5,000, I make $500. And that is the easiest thing in the world. That's every wealthy person, every hedge fund, every real estate investor, every crypto person, literally anything that is extremely, extremely successful, Elon Musk, whatever, they make other people more money. Okay. If I can make you X amount and I can take a small share of that, the more money that you make, the more money that I make. And that is the most beautiful value exchange in the world. That is what sales is, guys. So someone like Eman, or we can even go here, and I'll give you an example, right? We'll go, we're going to use a fitness example. What would I even search? I would search how to lose weight fast. Okay, what's going to happen here is I'm going to type this in, and there's going to be people making content on how to lose weight, because the value they're providing to me is knowledge and a solution to my problem. I'm fat. I need a solution, right? So I'm searching this online. So we'll check this person, Healthy Katie. Okay, so 248,000 subs. She makes a lot of videos and things like that. This might not be a good example for a high ticket example, but blog, Pinterest, Instructables, all the social media, but cooking and stuff is not high ticket. So we'll keep looking. Athlean X, great example. I've seen this guy's videos before. So let's say I want to gain muscle. I want to put weight on. I want to look good. I want to be athletic. That's a big solution that can be, or a problem that can have a solution. Okay. So someone like this, what they're going to do is create content, and then they're going to sell things that solve the problems that they create content about. And this is a value exchange. So you're probably wondering, okay, cool. They're providing a value exchange for other people, but how does it help me make money online? Well, Jimmy, if you pay attention, every time someone else creates value in the world and in business, there is always a vacuum, or I don't know if you want to call it a vacuum, but there's some other space where you can then provide value to that person. And sales is one of the easiest ways to do that, especially when you yourself have no value to give. You have no money. You have no products, right? You have no business of your own to sell. How do you provide value, and how do you make a lot of money if I'm telling you that money follows value? That's something like this. This guy creates a lot of content. He creates a lot of programs, and I guarantee these programs cost anywhere from $500 to multiple thousands of dollars. They probably have coaching programs and things like that, okay? So a training camp. Let's click that, see what happens. What is this? Let's see if there's a price. Is there a price? This is a cool funnel. Value stack. Okay. So if I am trying to provide value to this guy, what would I do? Well, he's already got a massive channel, huge channel. He doesn't need me to help him grow channel. Okay. And I don't know how to do that anyway in this like situation. But what I could do is bring him more customers. I can make him more money. In exchange for making him more money, I can make some money. That's the easiest value exchange ever, remember? So someone like this, now you need knowledge. So someone like this is just something you need to learn by having time in the game and in business, right? When they sell a low ticket program like this is not where all their money is made. This is so they can run ads. You see this thing here? This is called a Facebook pixel. I know they're running ads and they're using this as what's called a break-even front-end offer. So I do this too. I have a $37 sales course. It's really good. Like it's an actual valuable product, but I'm not running that on ads to make money from ads. I'm running that on ads to break even. So everyone who buys that program, I can then upsell a better program or a better offer or something more expensive. Okay. They're doing the same thing. So what would I do with Mr. I think his name is it Jeff Cavalier or Matt Cavalier? I can't remember. What would I do to provide him value so that I can then take some money from that exchange of making him more money? I would want to sell for this guy. That's the single easiest thing that you will ever do in business is learn how to sell effectively, and learn how to make people more money. And the easiest way to do that is to find people like myself and like Eman and like this guy. And obviously he's huge, right? This is going to be a great large example. You want to do smaller people usually. But you want to find people like this and you want to find out how you can provide them value. Okay. The easiest way to provide people value when you yourself have none, which is fine. You need to be very self-aware. You don't have a lot of value when you're broke and you're a man and you're starting out. You don't have a lot of value. But if I can make this guy 10 grand and I can put 10 grand in his pocket somehow, and I ask for 10 or 20% of that, he will say yes every single time. Okay. So the whole point of this video is one, understanding what value exchange is, because that's all that business and money making is. And then understanding the easiest way to provide value to people like this. And that is sales. Okay. And listen, I'm not trying to pitch you a program, whether you want to get into what we have or not. That's when you 100% don't care. Like I swear, like this totally fine. That's why I make these free videos and we get a lot of results from just 3 videos. But what I'm saying is sales is the probably easiest thing that you can do to create value for people. And you're thinking, okay, I've heard of a marketing agency is a good idea, right? It's not a bad business model. Theoretically, it's a great business model because you have your time and then you have other people's time, your contractors. And basically what you're doing is you're creating more time in a day because you have other employees doing the work. And then you're getting some of the margin from that to them and then taking the profit that's left. That's essentially like an agency business model, right? A marketing agency, a modeling agency. That's what an agency is. The problem with that is if I'm a beginner and I don't know anything about business and I have no innate value to add to people and I just watch YouTube videos and I'm like, oh, I'm going to run Facebook ads. Okay, I can sell that to people and I can sell it to a couple clients and I can probably make a couple grand. I'm not going to tell you can't do that. I did that. However, the problem is, and let's stop sharing here. The problem with that is you don't know what you're doing. Like be real, okay? Everyone who has started an agency and you're like, fuck, I'm going to start an agency. I'm going to go get clients. I'm going to go do this, whatever. Everybody will tell you, unless they stuck with it for years and they actually got good at their service, they fucked over their first few clients. That's just how it goes. Because if you are new to a world, you don't understand how to play that game. You don't understand how to get results for people, okay? So the reason I'm telling you sales over an agency is because you're not responsible for like achieving this big result. You're doing an employee's service but without an employee's paycheck. And there's no other system where you can do that, okay? So for example, if I'm a commission-only sales rep and my employee job, right? Like I have an actual, like this is your job description, this is what you do. And it's reliant on my performance and my skill, which it is, right? If I'm good at sales and I'm selling a $10,000 offer and I close 3 deals in a month, I just made that company $30,000. All I did was take a couple phone calls. That's what sales is. Hey, Mr. John Smith. Yeah, awesome. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions, whatever the call is, right? I'm asking you a few questions. We're going to see if it's a good fit for you. It is a good fit for him. I'm making him an offer. He buys, right? So what happens there is you get typically 10, 30% commission percentage. So if I sell 30 grand, I just made $3,000 if I'm at 10% commission. That's $3,000. That's like pretty good money. What did I do that's like different than an ordinary job? Really nothing. Like an ordinary job still requires skill. Okay. And sales is not that hard to do. Like I'm being transparent with you. It's not that hard. You just need to learn the right way and practice, right? So if that's the case, let's just up the game a little bit, because 3 deals in a month is like fucking dog shit. Let's give a real example. Like when I was actually closing, okay, I'm selling $20,000 to $100,000 sort of like e-com investment offers, okay, to really, really experienced people. That was 10% commission. I was making $30,000 a month take home in my pocket commission. Was I doing anything that was that out of the ordinary of like a normal employee's job? Not really. I'm hopping on calls, keeping track of my data, doing CRM stuff, but my skill is closing deals. And what I'm trying to tell you guys, the value of me closing deals for a company versus the value of me doing like paperwork or fucking like some other bullshit is so much higher that even though I'm doing the same sort of responsibilities, if you guys get what I'm saying, the same workload, my value is different. That's what business is about. It's how can I maximize my value? What value can I even provide? And then how can I maximize that? And what compensation can I get from that? Okay. So if I work 9 to 5 doing paperwork for people, okay, that's not very valuable. Anybody could do that. I could take someone with 0 skill and they could do that. However, if I take someone who is good at sales and they can close deals for me and I give them calls and they close really good, they close 50% of the calls I give them, they're making me cash. They're making me cold hard cash in the bank. So that's very valuable to me. I'm not paying them to do a task. I'm paying them the money that they brought in for me, a percentage of that. Okay. So whether it's sales or something else, if you guys can find this sort of value exchange, this is what's going to make you money. This is what's going to make your life easier. This is what's going to allow you to provide value for other people, which in turn is going to provide value for yourself. Okay. So even now, like I'll be transparent with you guys. I don't close all day, right? I actually just closed a deal this morning for $4,500. I sold sales reps to somebody. We build sales teams now, like it's just like another company of mine. My main focus is Closer Cartel. So what's the value I'm providing there? I'm no longer doing sales, right? I'm not bringing money into a company. I have my own company now. Well, the value I provide is now customer facing. Let me show you guys this. Or let me go to share. Because this is the same example. It's just a different vehicle. And you guys got to understand the progression of your experience. Okay. So when I had nothing, I have to help the man win. I have to help the man win more. And then he's going to give me some of what I helped him win. That's just how it is. You got to pay your dues. But once I got really good at that, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of the man now. Now I can help other people become the man. So it's the same thing, whether you want to start a course or an education company, or you want to start an agency. I could start an agency right now and smash it, but it's because I progressed and I learned things before I started to just try to go sell things that I didn't know what I was doing. So for example, now you're probably like, okay, that was value, but what do I do now? This is what I give to people now. So this guy, Justin, this guy refinanced his fucking house to get into our program. Okay. Look at this. If you add up commissions I owed from last month, I'm on track to make $6,000 this month. He's not even closing deals. He's doing what is called appointment setting, which is so easy a monkey could do it. $6,000 a month. Pretty good. That's not $10,000 a month. It's not 6 figures a year, but it's right under it. And it's, that's pretty fucking good. And that takes care of your family. And that makes sure you have food on the table and you're actually doing your own thing. And he has a lot of free time to spend with his kids and his wife. Okay. Other people. Oh, wait, I'm in Sales Accelerate. I'm not even in Closer Cartel right now. My bad. I don't know what the fuck that is. More wins. Gigi. She was a complete beginner the other day. 14.8 kilowatt, which is like a solar thing, set closed yesterday. So I don't know what her percentage is, but I'm guessing that's a couple grand. This guy, 10K deal closed, cash collected. Like people are smashing it in here. And again, this isn't a pitch. Like you do what you want. I don't care. I'm trying to emphasize something to you guys. Josh, this kid was I'm pretty sure he was like pretty poor before this. is remind me a lot of myself. I love this kid. Complete beginner. In 3 months, he's made $100,000 in commissions in his pocket. Take home, like not revenue and then profit. No, 100 grand in his pocket. So now the value that I give to people is different, but it's still value. It's actually more value than I was before, because before I'm helping one person make more money. Now I'm helping how many people? I don't know how you see a member count in here. That's online 46. Oh yeah, like 500. Now I'm helping 500 people make money. So before I probably helped a company make what? $1 million, couple million. I brought a couple $1 million into the business, right? But now I'm helping 500 people make 100K a year or more. Okay. So do the math. So if I did that and I 10x'd the value I give to other people, what do you think happened to my income? So if I'm making $30,000 a month, okay, as a closer, I'm closing for other people, I'm bringing in like $1 million or so a year to that company, right? Or whatever the math is, I don't know. And I 10x that. What do you think happens to my income? It goes up a fucking lot, okay? And can you start off where I'm at right now? No, you cannot. You have to gradually build yourself there. But it's taken me 4 years. I've only been doing this since I was 18. Not even 18, 19. I'm 22 right now. So what's up, Arlen? Appreciate you, G. So the point of what I'm telling you guys is it's simple and people overcomplicate it. It's value exchange. And that changes and that looks differently over time. But 40 people in here, awesome. Thank you guys for hopping on. But the value that you provide for people is literally what you get paid for, and it is how you make more money. So what is next? You're probably wondering, okay, because I want to keep giving you examples because it goes on forever. Like you always are providing value to somebody or in some way, okay? So right now, what am I working on? I can't talk. Get a sip. Got a little haircut today, a little fade. So what I'm working on right now. So I'm going to be buying my first property this year because I have to save money on taxes because I provided a lot of value to people this year. So I made a fuck ton of money. So to save taxes, the tax code incentivizes you to buy real estate. That's how you save money on taxes. Okay. So if that's, and obviously it's a whole other thing. The government does that to turn the economy, whatever. But you're probably wondering, okay, you're buying a property. What value is that? It's value to two people. It's value to myself or three people. It's value to myself because I save on taxes. Okay. So that's my incentive. That's the value provided to me by the government for writing that into the tax code. It's value to actually like more than three people. It's value to the realtor who sells me the house because he's doing a service for me. He's providing me value. I'm going to pay him commission. It's sales as well for selling me the house and helping me get that transaction taken care of. There's value on the bank who lends me the money to finance the house. I'm not going to buy the house cash. That's so stupid. So I'm going to finance this $450,000 or whatever it is, right? So where's the value exchange there? Well, the bank is giving me money, so I'm going to give them interest because they're happily able to give me money. Like they're helping me do a transaction, which is going to save me money, which is going to give this guy money, which is going to give that guy money, which is going to give that guy money. So they get interest. Who else wins? The people that live in the fucking house. And I'm actually going to Airbnb this house probably because it's here in Miami. Airbnb, you can get your rents a lot higher than just a tenant. What value is provided to those people? Why would they rent my house? Well, they don't have to go to a hotel. Okay. They don't have to deal with all the bullshit of that. They have their own privacy. They can have their own entire house, 2-bed, 2-bath house. And I can throw like cool knickknacks and shit in there. I can make a cool experience for the people that I Airbnb the house to. They're getting value from that because they're coming on vacation. They get to enjoy their time. It's like when I went to Greece. Why did we spend, what did we spend? Like, I don't remember, like 15 grand for a couple days on this villa. Why did we do that? Because it's beautiful, because it provided value to our lives in the sense of enjoyment, in the sense of content, in the sense of at a dope pool, at a dope location, right? So what you need to understand is there's value everywhere. Every exchange of money, there's value. So even when I get beyond real estate and I'm really, really, really wealthy, let's say I'm 50 years old, whatever, what value will I provide to people then? Then it'll be probably more philanthropic, more philanthropy, more charity stuff. But a way to make my money grow is to invest my money. But what value am I providing by investing my money? Well, let's say a kid comes to me and is like, hey, I have this deal. I need financing for this deal. Would you be willing to lend us money and I'll give you 10% short-term interest? So I'm making money on my money without doing any work, but the value I'm providing is giving that kid access to funds. The value he's providing to me is he's putting my money to work and giving me a return on my capital without me doing anything. So what you have to understand, guys, if you're listening to this, if you're not making money right now, it's because you're not fucking valuable. And not valuable as like a human being. We're all valuable, right? Like love yourself, all that stuff. However, if you're not making money, it's because you're not providing value to the world and to the workplace and to the economy and to this capitalistic society and system that we live in, okay? So if I work at McDonald's and I flip burgers, it's not very much value. Like anyone can do that. Like they're going to have robots do that soon, okay? But if I am closing $10,000 deals for this guy I met online and I make him like $100,000 a month and I get 10% of that and I make $10K a month, that's really valuable. It's the same amount of time spent, maybe even less. Like you flip burgers all day for like $8 an hour when instead I could just close like calls and take 4 or 5 calls a day. Boom, easy, fucking cake. Okay. So that's my first rant. I mean, we can dive into Q&A or I'll go based off your questions. But guys, that's the principle of making money. And everyone complicates it. And you never see this on YouTube. It's how do I make money online? Oh, Amazon, drop shipping, this thing, that thing, this business model. And people just jerk off to these videos all day and they get excited and they write down business plans. That's not how you make money. You make money by providing value. And whoever provides the most value and the best value wins. It's competition. So Blockbuster. Okay. You can rent a movie, you go to a store, you rent a movie, you go home, you watch a movie. That's really cool, right? Why did they die? It's because they got beat on value to the customer. Netflix came out and was like, and I think initially they like mailed it to you before they had like online streaming. But Netflix came to them and was like, hey, instead of you having to go to the fucking store, why don't we just like give you a website and we'll just mail you the movie and you just mail it back. You don't got to leave your house. Is that more valuable to me than having to put gas in my car and drive my car to somewhere and get a movie and drive? Yeah, it's way easier. It's more convenient. Convenience is value. Okay. Safe time is value. Enjoyment is value. Okay. So it is a competition of value. Like if someone came along and built a closer cartel that was better than ours, which fucking good luck because our shit is fire. But they built one that was better. They got better results, better everything. And we died. Whose fault is that? It's my fault because we got beat on value. That's why Amazon is the most valuable company in the world. Okay. You guys see this. Actually, I'm not going to type in Amazon because my information might come up. That's not a good idea. But if I go try to buy something on like Best Buy's website, as an example, I just tried to buy a camera yesterday. I have to find it. I have to click it. I have to add it to cart. I have to compare all these things. I have to go to checkout. I have to fill in my information. It's like this whole big process. Okay. What's more valuable than that? To save me time. So what did Amazon do that like destroys everybody else? Why are they more valuable than any other company in the world? It's because I can go online, I can click one button and the shit shows up to my house the same day. I literally did that yesterday. Like these lights on my face. I have the sun here, so I have a shadow with these lights. And this what's this called? This Camlink 4K stream card thing. So I can stream like this. Show up to my house the same day, dude. I hit one button. Didn't have to put in my information. That's valuable. Okay. Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. Dude, shut the fuck up. Like, this is why you guys are broke. Like, I'm sitting here giving you the game on how I've made millions of dollars. Like, 4 years ago, I'm on welfare, and I've made millions of dollars in that time. And you're asking me Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. Like, that's the most retarded shit I've ever heard in my life. That's so stupid. Like, I don't know. You do you, right? You don't want to be wealthy? That's fine. That's 100% fine. You want to be a slave? 100% fine. Okay, let's go through some of these questions, guys. We got a lot here. I appreciate you guys showing love too, by the way. Channel's growing fast. Let's see. So basically you're a middleman. Yeah, in sales you are, right? So you have do I have a whiteboard here? Actually, I have a presentation that I've been making for a future video. We'll just use it. So you are a middleman. Am I sharing my screen? Oh, fuck. Okay, let me share. Okay, so yeah, you are a middleman. This is how it works right here. So you have a business. This is myself, E-Man, Arlen. Arlen sells information. He has closers that sell his products, right? Everybody. It's just how business works. You don't sell an expensive thing without a closer, right? Or a salesperson. So you have a business owner. You are the closer. You're the bridge between them and their customer. And for completing that exchange, for being the bridge between the two parties, you're able to take a percentage of that transaction in the form of commission. And it's the most beautiful, pure, like economic value-based model in fucking existence. I'm giving you massive value. I'm literally mathematically giving you X amount in exchange for X amount. And you as the business owner don't have to pay me until I do deliver, which is risk-free to the business owner, which means it's easier for you to get this job. It's easier for you to become a closer than it is to start an agency and be like, hey, we're going to run these Facebook ads for you. And we're going to do this. We're going to do that. That's a lot of risk on the business. It's not a lot of risk for them to be like, okay, you bring me money, then I'll give you commission, right? Because it's before the other. What's up, Splash? I appreciate you, my boy. How's this information being given for free and not even 100 people locked in? Because, bro, people want to be entertained more than they want to be educated. Like you guys are listening to this right now. Do I say this shit on Twitter all day? No, because it doesn't get a lot of clicks. People want to see my hot girlfriend and my cars, and that's what they want to see. They don't want to be educated. Daddy's home. What's up, Garrett? If I do other work for, let's say, 6 hours a day, is it possible to do sales for another 4 hours? Yeah. So you can be an appointment setter part-time, 100%. That's like really fucking easy. It's harder to do closing full-time because, with 4 hours, you could for sure. You would just have to let your like client know, hey, I'm only able to take calls between the hours of X and X. But we have guys that do that. That's not a problem at all. Garrett, good question. What if you're searching for someone to sell for? How do you know if they have enough leads for you to even start closing for them? So you don't know that until you get on an interview with them. But that's why it's important to know what to look for. And I think we put that in here. It's going to be fire, by the way, guys, when this comes out. So there's certain things you want to look for, right? Do they have a call booking link in their bio? That means they take calls, sales calls. Does it look like they sell a high ticket offer, $2,000 or more? Do they have a decent sized following and evidence of students? If they do, they probably get a lot of calls. But that's a question you ask on the I'm sorry, I wasn't sharing my screen with you guys. But that's a question you ask on the interview is like, hey, dude, like, I love your offer. I love what you guys have. But how many calls a day should I expect? Right? That's a good question. Where do I find jobs to do appointment setting? You can reach out to people. You can reach out to someone like myself or Arlen or any influencer that has a program and make them that offer. But obviously, this is what my companies help you guys do is show you how to do this. This live should be illegal. Where do you recommend starting? I've been a closer in the past, but I'm not sure how to reach out to any advice. Appreciate it. I've been building my own business. So if you've been a closer in the past, but you don't know who to reach out to, you don't understand sales because, again, sales is value driven. So like if I have a skill, of closing, of sales. Sales is my skill. I know who needs my skill because I inherently understand that. So if you don't know this, one, you can get help. Like we'll help you 100%. Or you can watch, I have a video showing you guys how to do this. But I would say reach out to people, Facebook groups, job boards. My favorite method is honestly DMing people on Instagram. It's a little bit more direct, but that's what's worked best for me. Closer cartel helped me lose my virginity. That's funny as fuck. Bro's trying to help. Thoughts on the content repurposing agency right now? So, guys, here's the problem with this whole agency stuff. And I'm not a hater. Like, I know people that have decently successful agencies. But here's the thing. Everyone and their fucking mom is building one of these right now. And what happens when you have a lot of saturation in a market is it's a race to the bottom on pricing unless your value is very, very high. But with a mechanism like this, like if my value is okay, we'll repurpose your content, we'll clip it up. All of it is happening there is an editor is clipping up content and redistributing it. That's really easy. Like a VA could do that for $5 an hour. So for you to make a lot of money, there's not a lot of value can be created there, right? So that's the problem I have with that. But I mean, it's an in-demand offer for sure. Where do you find good high-ticket closer jobs? Again, reach out to people. Like we can look right here. I'm supposed to be saving this for an actual video, but like I would search fitness coach on Instagram, right? Oh shit, I'm not sharing my screen. Let me share my screen. My bad, guys. I'm a streaming rookie. So I would search fitness coach on Instagram, for example. Then I would look through the profiles. Cool. I find one. He has a link in his bio. So I'm going to click the link in his bio. And I want to see if he has, like I showed you already, that book to call link, student results. Looks like he sells a high ticket offer. Okay, he might be a good client. Then I want to reach out to him. Another thing is once you find that profile, you can click the like expand button right here, this little arrow, and it'll pop up a lot of similar profiles. This just popped up a picture of big feet, which is really sus because it always recommends similar profiles, which means that guy engages with that stuff. Yeah, like all the similar profiles are probably going to be similar people, which may also be good clients, right? And then you just look for this criteria here. But again, that's something that we can help with. Hey, Mason. Luke is the next Grant Cardone, maybe. I am not the next Grant Cardone because I think Grant Cardone is not a closer. He's not good at sales. Like if you listen to him actually on sales, he's not good at sales. He is a great marketer though. Tom, I just answered that question. Mason said, "Can I do this if I'm 14?" Yeah, it might be hard because you sound like a child on the phone. But if you, again, sales doesn't matter who you are. If you can perform, you can perform. I know kids have been like 16 doing this. Is it important for SMMA to start in niches that you're knowledgeable in? Or does a niche not matter in SMMA? So guys, again, here's the problem with agencies. You're looking backwards. You're looking at like, what value can I innately provide for people? You're looking at, how do I explain this? You're not looking at, oh, okay, I can provide X value. I'm good at X thing. You're looking at what niche should I work in or build an agency around. That's like the completely ass backwards way of thinking, because who cares what niche if I have nothing valuable to provide? Garrett, for you, obviously, yours is video services. It's content. So you don't say, what niche can I work in? You say, okay, what am I good at? What can I provide a service of? Okay, I can provide a service of content or videography or whatever. Then you say, okay, who really, really needs that? And who can I charge a lot of money for that? Okay, if that makes sense. That's how you do that. I just got a job in sales, selling telecoms. Will this help me? It'll help you. Nothing will hurt you in sales because repetition is good unless you learn the wrong way. But this is not the kind of sales we want to be in, Alex. We want to be in inbound, like high ticket closing, not like this outbound, like telecom sales stuff. Is it hard to learn closing? No. What I like about stuff like sales copy, etc., is it's a life skill. It doesn't disappear when you leave your computer. 100%, dude. I tell people this all the time. One of the most valuable parts of sales is the intangible aspects of it. Like I've built relationships with so many cool people because I understand how to build relationships, how to sell, how to communicate effectively. These are all sales skills, right? So it's not just that. Damn, another fake guru. Have you actually worked in sales? Yeah, I have. And I've helped like 500 people make insane money in sales. So yeah, you sound like a clown, G. Get blocked. What's the best way to transition out of a full-time sales job into high-ticket sales? So two routes to this, right? Route number 1 is you save up enough money to quit, like 6 months, and then you can focus on sales. Route number 2 is in your free time, you're doing sales somehow. You're fitting calls in, you're doing outbound, you're doing appointment setting, something to try to get your income to support your lifestyle so you don't starve to death. And then when that gets up there, then you quit. We've had a lot of guys transition, and it's going to be hard. Like, obviously, you only have so many hours in a day, but you got to do what you got to do. So, yeah. How long does sales cycle take? So this depends on what you're selling. So solar, you get paid after the install. So like you close a deal, the deal has to go through to install. Our guys are seeing like 30 days, as short as that. Sometimes shorter for their like installs to happen, and then they get paid. Other stuff like a digital product, it's instant. Boom, 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 boom. Call booked, hit the phones, close deal, done. That's why I love info product and courses and digital products and stuff. That's easy. Okay, here's the thing with sales, guys. You can read books, like Jordan Belfort's book isn't terrible, but here's the thing with sales. If I want to learn MMA, and I love this analogy because it's exactly what I did. If I want to learn MMA, I don't go like read a book on it. I can go watch YouTube videos, but does watching UFC make you a good fighter? No, not at all. Or else all these dorks that watch UFC every weekend, not that that makes you a dork, but you know what I'm talking about. They would be great. And that's not how that works. Sales is an active skill. You need a coach. You need instruction from someone who is exactly where you want to be. So if I want to become an expert in something, I need someone else who is an expert to show me how. And then I need repetition. That's the only way to learn. GCC gang. What's up, bro? Door-to-door solar sales is worth it. We just had a kid make $65,000 in a month. Does psychology help you in sales? Absolutely. Sales is psychology. Best way to schedule, plan calls, stay organized. A good calendar. Like that's you literally get Google Calendar and then sync everything up, and then it just runs your life. What are the odds I give you a follow and you go live 15 minutes later? That's good luck, man. What if I get a customer for someone and he refuses to give you a cut? Okay, like then you get fucked over, dude. Like who cares? It's not a big deal. If they fuck you over, then there is a lot more that's going to happen to them than yourself missing out on your little bit of commission. I wouldn't worry about that at all. This is a kind of thought process of why people don't get started. They're like, oh, what if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? I've never once had that happen to me. I've never really even heard of it happening to somebody else. So I wouldn't worry about that at all, G. How does this look on YouTube? Looks pretty good. Oh, it's in 720p. It's supposed to be in you know what? It's because I'm poor. I didn't buy StreamYard Pro. Did I do sales for that Condi automation guy? Fuck no, I did not. I have never been affiliated with his businesses. And I would not be. Is it better to get a gig where you're the only closer or a gig where there's multiple? Where there's multiple. And that's because if there's multiple closers, the business is very established. They have good sales systems and a good sales process. They probably get a lot of good call volume, or else they wouldn't have room for multiple closers. Nico, which community is this? Way the Man or Closer Cartel? Oh, excuse me, guys. I got hiccups. Sorry, guys, for reading that. Way the Man's not fully released yet. We're working on it right now to make it better. How do you respond to objections? Good question. So when you get an objection, you have to understand why, first, like psychologically, why objections come up, right? So if I'm on the phone with a guy and he goes, after a really good call, and he goes, oh, you know what? It's really cool, but I gotta talk to my wife. Why is that? Like you gotta actually think of that. Why does he need to talk to his wife? And you can ask them, but I'll show you how to handle objections here in a second. But first, you got to really understand the thought process, right? Why does he need to talk to his wife? Is it because he actually needs to talk to his wife? Probably not. If he's like, oh, I want to go play video games, he's going to ask his wife, hey, baby, can I play video games? Probably not. He's probably going to go do whatever he wants because he's like a man, unless he's just like a bitch. So if that's the case, I need to then understand, okay, he doesn't actually need to talk to his wife. He's saying this to delay making a decision. That's what an objection is, right? So it could also be, oh, hey, it's not a good time. Hey, I don't have enough time. Hey, my dog's brother, uncle died, and I, like objections could be anything. So what you do is you agree with them and you sort of just agree with them. So like, I'll give you a role play right now. So, hey man, I'm sorry. Like this all sounds really cool, but I got to talk to my wife. So instead of me being like, oh no, like you're being a bitch, like no, I go, oh, hey dude, I totally understand that it happens. I totally understand. The next thing I want to do is I love to handle objections with questions. So you don't want to like be like, hey, I think you should do this. Hey, I think you need to really get into this, John. No, because that's stupid. I would handle it in the sense of, okay, I totally understand with you, man. That's fine. I've heard that before. It's not a big deal. But can I ask you a question? Why exactly do you need to talk to your wife? And then his brain is going to have to back himself up. Like what I'm trying to figure out here is if this is a real objection or a fake objection. Sometimes it's real, 10% of the time. 90% of the time it's bullshit. So for me to find out and I say, hey dude, like, why do you need to talk to your wife? Oh, well, I make all my decisions with my wife. I know immediately it's bullshit. Okay. But if he says, oh, hey, we run our finances together and we don't really make large financial commitments like this without consulting each other first. That's a real objection, probably. So then there's two ways to handle this. So again, first, you agree with them. Then you confirm what is real, what is not real, what is a smokescreen. Okay. You isolate it. That's what it's called. You isolate the objection. The next thing you want to do is handle that objection. So if it's a real wife thing, I'm going to be like, hey, dude, that's totally fine. I understand. If there's no way we can get you in right now and you really need to speak with the wife, what I don't want to happen is we like try to relay everything we talked about through you to her. And then she doesn't think it's a good idea because obviously you want to get in. You think this is a good choice for you. That would really suck, wouldn't it? And he's going to say, yeah, I agree. So John, let's do this. What time is your wife like available to talk? Okay, 6 o'clock. Cool. John, 6 o'clock. We'll go ahead and talk. I'll actually speak with your wife with you. That way we can relay any questions we have and just make sure she's on board before we get you in. Does that sound fair? Yeah, cool. Let's do it. Okay, you handle the objection. You have a follow-up call. That's how you handle that objection. If it's bullshit, then you keep digging and you really get to the cause because there's always an actual cause. So in that situation, I'm going to say something along the lines of like, why do you need to talk to your wife? He's going to say, oh, well, I don't know, man. It's just a lot of money. What did you think about what they just said? I need to talk to my wife. Why do you need to talk to your wife? Oh, I don't know. It's a lot of money. So it's not a wife problem. It's a lot of money problem, which could also be another problem because it's excuses. It's fear. It's doubt, right? That's what comes up with objections. So in that case, you just continue to dig and you just continue to dig and you try to anchor and loop back to what you talked about earlier in the call. So you agree. I can't even talk right now, guys. I've been like talking all day. You agree, you isolate it, you confirm which one's real, and then you handle it. And then to handle it, if it's the bullshit one, you literally dig and then you try to loop back. So obviously we had a whole call before we got to objections. So he could have told me things like, hey, I really need to do this. It's really important to me. I need to do this in order to take care of my family, whatever it is. So if I'm like, hearing these objections, I'm going to loop back to the things he said, right? So at the beginning of the call, I'm collecting ammo is how I think of it. And then at the end of the call, if he gives me objections, I'm like letting that ammo go, right? So, hey, I get to talk to my wife. Oh, hey, it's a lot of money. John, like you told me yourself at the beginning of this call that this is extremely, extremely important to you. And like, honestly, it's kind of like a life or death thing, correct? Like, did you say that? Yeah, I guess I did say that. So John, why are you hesitating now? Like, obviously you said this sounds like a good fit for you, right? Is there something about what we do that you're uncomfortable with? No, everything sounds good. I really like everything. I'm just a little bit worried. So now I know what the problem is. It's not an offer problem. It's a fear problem. And now all I have to do is reassure him that this is the right decision to make. So I know this is a long, like, bro, I just answered one question for 20 minutes, right? How to respond to objections. But that's how it has to go. Because if you jump into it or you try to force people, you're not handling objections. You're being a dickhead and losing deals. That's how you handle objections. I've spent hours handling objections before, if it required that, right? Not always is it that deep, but that's how it works. So, whoo, that was a long that was a long thing. What do you guys think of the setup, by the way? New everything. Okay. I have 4 to 5 hours on the afternoons. Would you recommend being appointment setter or closer? Either one, but I always recommend starting as a setter because it's much easier. Yes, I did, Garrett, but I'm in fucking like 720p right now. So I don't know because I'm in StreamYard. I'm not in OBS. I think OBS you can stream 4K, but I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, guys, that's it. Hell of a stream. Thank you guys. I had inspiration. I wanted to hop on and give you guys free game. This is the way. Like, this is the way. This is how you make money. This is how you provide value to people. This is how you think about business. And if you think about it the right way, you're literally never going to struggle to make money again in your life. So if you're not making money right now, the reason is you're not providing value. And go back to the front of the video, watch it, rewatch it, take notes. As soon as this clicked in my head, I started making a lot of money. And this is literally what changed my life. So guys, it's serious. It's a big deal, especially if you're broke. You don't want to be like that forever. You don't want your family to suffer and struggle. You want to be the one who takes care of them, and you want to be the one who breaks that sort of curse. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the love, and I'll go ahead and throw this up on YouTube. Peace.